Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a situation that could ripple across the entire tech landscape. A recent earthquake in Taiwan has hit TSMC, the world's leading semiconductor manufacturer, and the impact is already being felt. But the real question is, are we looking at just a minor tremor or the start of something much bigger? Could this earthquake be the straw that breaks the camel's back for the already strained global chip supply chain? Let's find out. TSMC announced that they expect their first quarter revenue to be near the lower end of their guidance due to the earthquake. We're talking about a $161 million impact, net of insurance. Now, while they're still within their guidance range, that's a significant chunk of change. They also had to scrap some wafers, which directly affects their production output. They say operations have resumed, and they're working to recover, but the potential for delays is definitely there. So, what does this mean for you and me? Let's break down the immediate impact. First, TSMC takes a hit to their revenue. Second, those scrapped wafers are gone for good, representing lost time and resources. Third, even though they're back online, there's a risk of production delays, especially for those cutting-edge chips that everyone wants. And finally, all that damage assessment, disposal, and recovery work, that's going to drive up their operational costs. Think about the cost of overtime alone. This is a big deal for TSMC's bottom line. Now, what about TSMC's biggest customers, like Apple and Nvidia? They could experience minor disruptions if TSMC can't fully recover the lost production quickly. Imagine if the specific wafers scrapped were crucial for the next generation iPhone or the latest Nvidia GPU. That could lead to delays in product launches and availability. And we all know how frustrating it is to wait for the latest tech. The impact doesn't stop there. This event injects uncertainty into the entire global chip supply chain. Even a small hiccup can have a domino effect. Think about it. The chip industry is already under pressure. This just adds another layer of complexity. And what about TSMC's competitors? Samsung and Intel might see a slight opportunity to gain a temporary advantage if TSMC faces production constraints. This is a high-stakes game, and every little advantage counts. TSMC is a cornerstone of the Taiwanese economy. A significant disruption to their operations could have broader economic consequences, even if it's temporary. Investor confidence in the Taiwanese tech sector could take a hit. And what about the companies that supply equipment to TSMC, like ASML? They might see a dip in near-term orders if TSMC postpones or scales back expansion plans. Let's not forget about the insurance companies. The payouts to TSMC, covering a portion of the $161 million loss, will likely impact their financial results. Insurance companies are in the business of managing risk, but events like this can still sting. Now, let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture. If this earthquake exacerbates the chip shortage, we could see price increases for electronics like smartphones, computers, and GPUs. And rising prices in the tech sector could contribute to overall inflationary pressures. Nobody wants to pay more for their gadgets. This event also highlights the vulnerability of the global chip supply chain to natural disasters, especially given the concentration of manufacturing in Taiwan. This could fuel discussions about diversifying chip production to other regions like the US and Europe for national security and economic resilience. This isn't just about economics, it's about national security. Concerns about supply chain disruptions and potential price increases could negatively impact consumer sentiment and spending on electronics. People might hold off on buying new devices if they're worried about availability or cost. This could slow down the entire tech industry. Let's pivot to risk. What are the specific dangers exposed by this event? First, technically, the earthquake directly impacts production. We're talking about wafer scrap, production delays, and the ever-present risk of future disruptions in an earthquake-prone region. Remember, TSMC is at the forefront of advanced process technologies like 5 nanometers, 3 nanometers, and 2 nanometers. These are incredibly complex and sensitive to disruptions. Even a minor tremor can have major consequences. From a business perspective, the $161 million loss and the revised revenue guidance highlight the direct financial impact. Supply chain disruptions can ripple through the entire electronics ecosystem. Delays in chip delivery can lead to customer dissatisfaction and potentially drive them to competitors. And remember, insurance doesn't fully cover the potential losses, leaving TSMC exposed to significant residual risk. The concentration of advanced chip manufacturing in TSMC also creates a huge single point of failure for the entire industry. While not explicitly stated, Taiwan's geopolitical situation adds another layer of risk. Any political instability or conflict could severely disrupt TSMC's operations. The stakes are incredibly high. Finally, let's talk about ethical risks. It's crucial for TSMC to be transparent with its investors, customers, and the public about the extent of the earthquake's impact. Lack of transparency could erode trust. They also need to ensure the safety and well-being of their employees. Wafer scrapping has environmental implications, and TSMC needs to manage this waste responsibly. And during the recovery process, they need to ensure fair labor practices and avoid excessive pressure on employees. So, what's the takeaway here? This earthquake isn't just a local incident. It's a potential stress test for the entire global tech ecosystem. It highlights the inherent risks associated with advanced manufacturing, geographic concentration, and geopolitical factors in the semiconductor industry. The earthquake event highlights the inherent risks associated with advanced manufacturing, geographic concentration, and geopolitical factors in the semiconductor industry. TSMC has proven to be incredibly resilient in the past. They're a world-class organization with the resources and expertise to overcome challenges. But this event serves as a wake-up call. It underscores the need for greater diversification in chip manufacturing and a more robust global supply chain. The world relies on these chips for everything. We need to ensure that a single earthquake doesn't bring the whole system to its knees. Looking ahead, we need to be prepared for more events like this. Natural disasters are inevitable. The key is to build resilience into the system. That means investing in alternative manufacturing locations, diversifying supply chains, and developing more robust risk management strategies. The future of technology depends on it. What do you guys think? Are you worried about the potential impact of this earthquake on the chip supply chain? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, be sure to like and subscribe for more in-depth analysis of the tech industry. Thanks for watching.